Hi guys, and welcome to this week's High Prairie Sportsman Hunting Boot Camp. This week I'm going to be discussing and doing a review on my purchase last year, Winchester SX4. I've really enjoyed this gun, hunted with it all last year, and it's probably become my new favorite semi-auto-loading shotgun. First off, I got it from Cabela's about 2-3 months after they released it from SHOT Show. Didn't know what to expect from this gun. All I knew is I had about $1,000 budget to go out and spend on a new semi-auto loading shotgun, and I'd had some previous, we'll call them hiccups, with another shotgun that I had, and I'm not going to name that, but I'll just say that I switched to a gas-driven system, and it's my first time with a gas drive system, and it's done very well. It's a shooter too. I took it out and shot Trap League with it about 3 days after I bought it. Shot a 49 out of 50 in my first two boxes. Just a phenomenal shooting gun straight out of the box. That was with the modified choke tube that it came with. Past that, it's a lighter shotgun than what I'm used to. And, I think that translates to a little bit of better shooting on my part, getting ahead of birds instead of staying behind them. It swings pretty fast. I've shot a lot of different shotguns over my years that I shot trap and throughout college, and now that I'm living on my own. This shotgun was, when I purchased it, was about $930. I think that it now retails for about the middle 800s, depending on where you go. You can pick it up from just about any sporting goods store that you find. I bought this one from Cabela's. You don't have to shop there, and that's where I purchased this one. So this is kind of the sequel to the Winchester SX3, and what they did on it was they over-enlarged the trigger guard down here, and that makes for nice being able to get your fingers in there if you have gloves on. They over-enlarged the safety, and they over-enlarged the bolt handle. And I really like that bolt handle. It's easy to grab with one finger, doesn't have a problem. I like the safety being on the back side of the trigger guard. That's just where I grew up shooting, used to it growing up shooting, and it's just instinct for me now to switch that safety off. Never really liked the trigger or the safeties being on the top end here. So this shotgun treated me very well throughout last year's duck season and pheasant season. I did take this out a couple times towards the latter part of the pheasant season. And, guys, I love this shotgun for the fact that it is light. I usually do a lot of my upland hunting with my Remington 870, and lugging that 870 around for a few days and then trying this thing out, it was like night and day difference. I was not tired. I could still make good shots. At the very end of a 1.5 mile walk, it was just really nice to have a shotgun that didn't wear me down just by carrying it. So yeah, I probably shot 300-400 rounds through it, probably even more than that, to be honest, during the duck season, and it's still going strong. I did have one hiccup during the middle of the year. The bolt handle came loose and popped out during the hunt. I don't know what happened to it, but I called Winchester up the very next day, and they said, "Hey, we get you, buddy. We're going to send you a new one, and if you want to," they knew it was in the middle of my season, they said, "If you want to, send your shotgun in, and we'll redo the action for you to make sure that problem doesn't happen again." I said, "Oh, I'm in the middle of the season. We'll see what happens towards the end." They sent me the new bolt handle, and haven't had a problem with it since. It hasn't come out. Haven't had an issue. Past that, I think I said that it retails probably in the mid 800s now. I think this is, for the money, the best shotgun you can get on the market. I would say it's comparable to like Matt's Versamax that you saw in a previous review. I think those retail for around $1,100. I definitely think it's up to par or above grade of the Franke Infinities. I like those guns, by the way. A couple of my buddies shoot them. But for the price, like I said, this is a very good semi-auto loading shotgun. I don't think this is for the everyday trap shooter that goes out. I think they did cheapen up some of the parts that they put on the internal guts of this thing to get that below the $1,000 price point. And that's why the SX3 retails for a little bit higher than the SX4 does. But I think it performs and it works to do what it's intended, and that's to shoot ducks and shoot birds and be taken out quite a few times during the year. I think that anybody that is looking at an auto-loading shotgun should consider the SX4. Like I said, it's one of the best guns, I think, for the money. I wouldn't go for a cheaper shotgun than about $800. I know there's guys out there that are going to say, well, I shoot with my $400 gun and it does just fine. And, you know, that works for you. I just decided to go with something a little bit higher dollar price point, and it's paid off so far. I forgot to mention that I put a different choke tube on there. If you can see that, I put the Pattern Master Duck on there. You know, I think it's supposed to be their mid to long range choke tube. It did very well for me as well this year. I did notice a little bit better pattern from my modified to this Pattern Master. It was filling in the holes a little bit more, and it was just giving me a little bit tighter spread. I definitely, during teal season, I'll be switching back to my modified. I did find towards the end of the year when I was shooting ducks at 10 and 15 yards, I did not need an extended range choke tube. I believe I missed more ducks because of that, to be honest. I think a modified is the great choke coming straight out of this gun for anything less than 35 yards. I really do. Everybody's going to say, well, why don't you just shoot the modified all the time? Well, on follow-up shots, you might be shooting birds at 35, 40, 45 yards. I just wanted something that I knew could really take down a bird and have a consistent pattern out to that distance. Past that, like I said, this was a great gun. It treated me well. I will not be switching again this year. I will be hunting with it. We're going to hopefully try and shoot a turkey with it this spring, as well as possibly do one with archery. Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and subscribe it down below. Thanks. Catch you later.